How many times must we turn on the news to a familiar, sickening headline? How many communities must be shattered before we say enough? We've grown so accustomed to the phrase mass shooting that we risk becoming numb to its horror. But let's put it in stark numbers. So far, in 2025, the United States has endured over 280 mass shootings. That's more than one for every single day of the year, and this time, the target was children. Tonight, we grapple with a story that shatters the very notion of sanctuary. A place of worship, a school, filled with the innocent joy of children celebrating their first week, became a scene of unspeakable horror. We're talking about the Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis, where a gunman, armed with a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol, unleashed a deliberate act of violence, taking the lives of at least 2 children and injuring 17 others. Can you imagine? Children, as young as 6, sitting in pews, their minds on new friends and learning, suddenly facing a barrage of bullets. 9 of the 11 patients rushed to Hennepin Healthcare were children, some left in critical condition, undergoing emergency surgery. The sheer cruelty is incomprehensible. How does someone justify firing into a church full of children? And here's a chilling detail. The assailant apparently blocked at least 2 doors with a 2x4, potentially trapping those inside. Was this an act of calculated terror, designed to maximize casualties? The shooter, an individual believed to be in his early 20s, ultimately took his own life in the parking lot. But that doesn't answer the crucial questions looming over this tragedy. Who was he? What drove him to such an extreme act of hatred against innocent children? Was he connected to the school, a former student or employee, seeking a twisted form of revenge? We don't know if the weapons were lawfully carried, a question that fuels the ongoing debate about gun control in our nation. Governor Tim Walz has expressed his heartbreak, praying for the children and teachers whose first week of school was forever scarred by this horrific event. But prayers alone won't heal these wounds, nor will they prevent the next act of senseless violence. This incident forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. How do we protect our most vulnerable in places that should be safest? And what will it take for us to truly address the epidemic of gun violence that continues to plague our communities? These are questions we, as a society, can no longer afford to ignore.